Yeah, we bring reviews of your house, talk to our dudes of your house. I bring my views of your house, wrestling truths of your house. We talk to you in your house, we keeps it cool in your house, we keeps it cool in your house. I'm spitting truths in your house. Yeah. Mark's hating on his fans, Becky's niche on the man. Play with two like a lion, household a dangerous alliance. I am an diamond like Cody, and I'm overcoming like Kofi. No, they cannot hold me. Come listen, I'm hosting, critiquing, I'm boasting. This wrestling I'm knowing.
My name is Brian Pillman Jr., and you're listening to the In Your House podcast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to In Your House, starring Alakan House. This is the People's Podcast. Hey guys, you already know who it is. It's your boy Khan, ready to get at work when it comes to this professional wrestling business. That is what we do, and hey, we love it. Hey guys, let you guys know you guys can listen to this at. You guys can listen to this at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Himalaya. Guys, if you don't have an Apple device, that's all right. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, hey, we can get to you. So guys, it's amazing, man. It's amazing. Just all the stuff going on in professional wrestling. We talk about it every day. We're coming at you 5 episodes a week. Who in the hell else do you know in this podcasting game that is giving you 5 episodes a week independently? I'll wait. I'll give it a second. Let me check my watch here. Here we go. You got an answer yet? No? Yeah, still no? All right. That's because only your boy Khan and In Your House is doing that, because we just give you that work. And I tell you all the time, though, we get the best. We get the best from around this globe. You know, we have a really, really consistent UK audience, and we love it. We love you guys out there. We really, really do. You guys are super consistent with downloading out there in the UK, and we just love you guys. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. And you guys are super passionate fans, and you guys, I tell you, you guys love wrestling just as much, if not more, than us here in the States. So, as I say, we get the best here, and you guys checked out that episode with Lou King Sharpe, and if you haven't, what are you doing? Go back and check that out, and we get just the best around here. We keep it sharp here, and he's not the only one that is going to be going to the OWE, Oriental Wrestling Entertainment, a super hot promotion that is just on fire right now. I mean, I've got a chance to watch so much of their work on Nothing Else on TV, and I got a chance to go over and review my next guest, and he's just incredible, guys. He's just incredible, and guys, let me let you guys know that In Your House is very, very happy to be interviewing, and I introduce to you guys Robert Sharpe. How are you doing, bro?
I am very good, brother. How are you?
I'm great, man. I'm great. Thank you so much for coming on the show, bro. Truly appreciate you.
Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate being on it, bro. Thank you.
Oh, no problem at all. No problem at all. So of course you already know. I mean, of course you know, because you're going, and by the time you guys out there in the listening audience listen to this will be Monday morning, and my man Robert Sharpe will already be in China. But you're gonna be going to OWE, bro. That is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, man. Like, seriously, so excited. Like, I got my visa yesterday, so to go. Like, literally, me and my brother were ready to go now. We've both got our visas. We're ready to crack China. We're ready for this now.
Oh, and I'm ready to see you guys. I'm so excited after everything that I've got a chance to see you guys do, because I always like to research my guest, and I saw you guys, and I'm like, oh man, I'm super excited. I mean, I don't think OWE is ready for what you guys are gonna bring.
Yeah, like, I don't think they're going to be ready for us either, bro. Like, you know, we're two very not contrasting wrestlers, but the styles are very different, to say the least.
Yeah.
And when you combine those two styles together, and also that brotherly love that we have, we're ready to cause some chaos in China, definitely.
Oh, and we both said it. They're not ready, but they better get ready because Luke King Sharpe and Robert Sharpe are coming. So let me go ahead and start this conversation off with a question that I always love to ask my guests, because I always like to get inside my guest's head and just understand them better. And that question is this, Robert. Where did this sport that we love so much, professional wrestling, where did this all start for Robert Sharpe?
This all started for me way back when at WrestleMania 6.
Oh, okay.
So quite a long time ago now.
Yeah.
But I can remember literally watching that because my parents got Sky TV, which in the UK was quite a big deal for that time. Like, everyone has Sky nowadays, like literally everybody. But then, like, very few had it. And when you did have it, there was only like 2 English channels on the whole box anyway, and that was like Sky Sports and Sky One.
Yeah.
And I think it was Sky Movies and Sky One, and maybe Sky Sports. But they used to show the wrestling pay-per-views on Sky Movies. And WrestleMania 6 was the very first pay-per-view that I can remember watching and falling in love with the business, just because of just the athleticism and the characters. Like, the characters are what really stood out to me, and that was the first real time I can remember getting into wrestling. And from that moment on, I was literally hooked forever.
Oh man, I just love to hear that story, man. To hear and you're right, Sky Sports is huge. It's really came up in such. I mean, of course, over the years, but I hear about it all the time, and I think that's awesome. That's where that started for you. Now, of course, you are from England, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, England. Yeah.
So you come from. So basically, you come from a long line of just fantastic wrestlers. Of course, I'm just gonna prattle off a few just off the top of my head. I mean, you got guys like the NWA champion Nick Aldis, Danny Burch down there in NXT doing his thing. Tyler Bate, Wade Barrett. I mean, just so many names. Pete Dunne. Of course, the legendary British Bulldog. I mean, just so many incredible names that have come out. Jimmy Havoc. So many names that come out of that area. But we're not here to talk about them. We're here to talk about you. So my question for you is this: what is the legacy that we can expect from Robert Sharpe to set you apart from all those other fantastic names?
I think the thing that's going to set me apart will be setting a new kind of tone for what a heavyweight should be.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, like, I've always loved the heavyweight scene, and I'm a heavyweight myself. And I like to think of myself as one of the best up-and-coming heavyweights that the UK has to offer.
Yeah.
But I also think as well, you know, like, over the past few years, you've seen the cruiserweight style, like, get very popular. You know, 205 Live became a thing, and that was very much the in style of wrestling.
Yeah.
And there always is going to be the in style of wrestling. And I think it's about time for the heavyweights to make and to be the in style of wrestling.
Oh yeah.
And I think as well, it's time for heavyweights to also step up their game. Like, it's not just about doing, you know, oh, we're big guys, you know, so, you know, we can do. It's not like the old days, basically. It's not 1990. You know, the big guys are going to have to go in there now and not only kick some ass, but kick some ass and do it with a bit of athleticism and a bit more flair and, you know, a bit more work rate in general. You know, like the cruiserweights are going all out every time.
Yeah.
That's how heavy, in my opinion, should be. And the prime example of that, you know, is when you look at places like Japan.
Yeah.
Those heavyweights put in the effort and the work rate. Whereas with, you know, the more American style, you don't really tend to see that as much. You know, they tend to work what you would class as being the heavyweight style.
Yeah.
You know? Whereas I think it's now time for, you know, heavyweights can do everything. And I think it's time to show people that there's a new generation of heavyweight wrestler. And I'd like myself to be known as one of those people who helped bring in the new generation of heavyweight wrestler.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I love that. Yes, love that response because you're right. I mean, I remember back when I was a young kid, the big giant guys, they were huge, they were big, but that was just the attraction aspect
Yeah,
of it. It
it,
you know,
it was it was impressive, but like
yeah,
at the end of the day, that was when territories were still alive. So you
yeah,
could, the prime example of that being Andre the Giant. I don't know if
yeah,
you've seen his documentary, like how he was basically used and then just sent to another territory straight away because they could only use him for so long.
yeah, yeah,
Because and the attraction goes because it's like, well, who else has he got to beat? But we can't have him beat the champion. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, yeah,
there was all that they had to move him away, and that wasn't his fault. That could be booking's fault or
yeah,
whoever.
yeah,
But at the end, that's what I was trying to say. Like, this isn't the 80s or the 90s now. This is a time where wrestling is probably at its hottest since the Attitude Era, and it's time for the heavyweight scene just to follow the trend of wrestling and move with the times and deliver some amazing matches and get people talking about the heavyweight scene like people talk about the cruiserweight scene right now, because people like Will Ospreay are killing it. He's there's a reason why he's the best wrestler in the world, because he goes out there and puts on the best matches.
yes.
But there's not to say that there's a heavyweight that could do that as well. I know Will is also getting a bit bigger now, and it probably will move up to heavyweight eventually. But that's what I mean. He's going to be one of the forefront of making heavyweights the new generation of heavyweights, so to speak.
Yes, yes, and that's what I love that response, and here's why. Because I feel like that when I see big guys in the ring, I mean, not names like even Braun Strowman, but more importantly, guys like Michael Elgin, guys like that, heavier guys, just doing some of those incredible feats of athleticism in the ring.
Yep.
And
Brian Cage is a one.
Yeah, Cage, yes, of course, absolutely. And I see those guys doing that. I'm like, wow, it's almost like it's the way I like to compare it. It's almost like a creator wrestler on WWE 2K when you make him as big as you can and you max out his stats, and you know what I mean. And he's springboarding and everything like that off the top rope and stuff. And I see big guys doing it. I'm like, I want to see more of this. I want to see the big man style just grow and adapt to the times. And to hear you say that makes me think, Robert, that you're going to be a huge star, bro.
Oh, thank you very much, bro. Hopefully I can live up to the hype. Hopefully.
Oh, I feel like that you will, especially after hearing that response. I mean, I definitely want to see a new generation of the big man, the heavyweight, just come and put on 5-star matches, because I feel like it can be done. I know it can be done, and I think that's what's going to come from you, bro.
Yeah, I mean, bro, it's definitely happening. Like, I mean, some of the matches I've been having recently, from fans and workers alike, have been generating great responses. Like, they've noticed the difference in my work rate and the style that I'm working now.
Yeah.
But that's as well because there is also other great heavyweights in the UK who have kind of got the same attitude as me, because we all talk to each other.
Yeah.
And we're all, some of us have the same kind of mindset of, we do need to up our game. We do need to push this to the next level.
Yeah.
Because we are meant to be the heavyweights, and let's have the eyes on us. It's good having the cruiserweights having their thing and having the 205 live, but let's make the heavyweight scene into something special. Because if then everybody is doing that, if the heavyweight scene is special and the cruiserweight scene is special, and the women's division right now in most promotions is killing it, then how sick are the shows going to be? They're going to be amazing. The fans are going to. This is why I think shows like AEW's Double or Nothing did so well, because they had a bit of everything that was done the best it can be. And I think that's how, if everyone was like, it would just be amazing, man. Like, seriously, if the heavyweight scene could just go and replicate what the cruiserweight scene has done recently and what the women's scene has done recently, then it's only going to be a positive thing for wrestling.
Oh, I agree. Totally agree with you. Nothing inside me that disagrees with that. I mean, I want to see wrestling get better. We're well on the way. You brought up AEW yourself, and we're about to hit a renaissance of. We're already here. We've already hit a renaissance of professional wrestling where things are about to really explode, especially in October when AEW gets their weekly television show on TNT, and there's going to be so much opportunities for everybody, all the boys and girls in the business, including yourself, and you guys have given me so much joy over the years, not just as a kid, definitely as a kid, but even now as an adult, I still love it, and you guys still bring me so much joy. So before I even say another sentence and ask you another question, I have to say this: thank you so much for all that you do and putting your body on the line for mine and everybody else's entertainment.
Bro, I have to say thank you back to yourself and the fans, because, we do this for you guys at the end of the day. Like, that's who we do it for. We go out there to entertain you guys, and to hear that means the world to us. So, thank you.
Oh, no problem at all, man. No problem at all. I'm happy to say it. I always make sure to say it because I respect you guys and respect what you guys do so much. And sometimes I feel like I think the narrative is starting to shift a little bit, but that's one of the reasons I wanted to become a podcaster, is to switch the narrative of, oh, well, wrestling is this, wrestling is that, it's this, it's that, fake and everything. I'm like, do you guys even possibly comprehend what these men and women do to their bodies just for the entertainment? So please don't say that around me. Don't ever say that word around me when it comes to professional wrestling, because what you guys do is so amazing, and the work that you guys put in, the miles, the hours that you guys put in just to get to where you guys are at. So I just that bothers me. It triggers me a bit, and go ahead.
It's, bro, like, I understand what you're saying there completely. Like, my chiropractor actually has a bit of a running joke with me.
Yeah.
When he sees me, goes, considering it's the fake stuff, you get pretty banged up pretty well.
Yeah,
just laughs about it. Yeah, he says it like, consider it's the fake stuff. You get banged up pretty well.
And you do, man, you do, and that's why I respect and appreciate what you guys do, because like it's not something that I can do, and it's not something that a lot of other people can do. You guys are a special breed, and I love and respect you guys so much for it, and that's why I love speaking to you guys. And that's gonna move me on to my next question. Is that of course here very soon, later on this week, I do believe tomorrow, you and your partner Liu King Sharpe are going to be going to China to go to one of the hottest promotions, Oriental Wrestling Entertainment, and you guys are tagging up there. Let me ask you this: what can OWE expect from Liu King and Robert Sharpe?
Well, I don't think they should expect a technical masterclass. That's not going to happen. Like, you've seen my big brother's work, and he's only little in size. He's bigger in age.
Yeah.
But yeah, he doesn't mess around, man.
Oh, he's hardcore. He's very hardcore.
You're gonna say he's hardcore to the bone, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, expect it's gonna be mad. It's gonna be mad. I can expect a lot of weapons, a lot of throwing people around. Maybe throwing them into weapons. Maybe me even throwing him as a weapon. Who knows? I just know that I'm just going to be kicking some ass with him, bro. Like, I can't wait. I literally cannot wait. The stuff we are going to be doing there, I just can't wait to see what we're going to come up with, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I can't wait either, because I got a chance to research some of what you guys do, and man, I gotta say this, and you, man, the way you're built, your physique, you look like money. You look like a star. I mean, you look. I mean, I can tell that you work really hard just to look as great as you do. And is that something that you put a lot of hours into? Is just your physique and your body and how great you look?
Well, I appreciate the compliment, bro. Thank you very much.
No problem.
You've made me blush a little here. But yeah, I mean, the way I see it is as a pro wrestler, like, and I think this is maybe from when I got into wrestling, and this is maybe where I got this idea from, was as a pro wrestler, you should look like a pro wrestler. That's my opinion.
Yeah,
Whether that's you be a heavyweight or a cruiserweight, you should just look in. We're athletes. We should be in shape. And obviously, when I was growing up watching wrestling, all the guys were what we would call body guys. Granted, some of them couldn't wrestle for shit, but they look the part. And that's something that, you know, when I started wrestling, like, I thought, how can I stand out straight away? And that is to work my ass off in the gym and get myself a decent body. Yeah. And it's, you know, still to this day, like, I'm in the gym. I don't have days off. Like, I never have a day off. Like, if anything, when I go to the gym and I've already done all my body parts of the week or whatever, I'll do, you know, some HIIT cardio, or I'll just do some general powerlifting. You know, I'll keep it mixed up, but I'll always do, like, general bodybuilding during the week, and then some powerlifting towards the weekend, maybe. And then, like I say, I'll put some HIIT cardio in there. And I don't have a day off. Even after a show, I'll still make sure I'll get to the gym. Even if it's 2 a.m. in the morning, I've got a 24-hour gym pass. So I'll get myself to the gym. You know? It's something, you know, like, I know that my body is something I need to keep on top of, especially being a heavyweight. Like, it's definitely something you need to keep on top of, because if I didn't, I'd be a different kind. I'd be a super heavyweight and probably have a massive stomach on me as well. So,
but just by looking at you, I can tell you work really hard on your physique, and I respect that, man, because that's, you know, I know that's just part of the business, but I'm sure that you know that it takes dedication, it takes hard work. You know what I mean? It takes hard work to have your body looking like that, and I'm sure it's just nothing to you. I mean, I mean, a star such as yourself, somebody as dedicated and as hardworking as yourself, it's nothing to you. But to other people, it's not. It's a hassle. It's hard work. So see you,
bro. I mean, if I wasn't a pro wrestler, I don't know how people would do it. Like, I actually do think that when I'm in the gym, but I have a lot of respect for normal gym goers.
Yeah,
so I'm like, you don't have to be here right now, and you're here working hard. Fair play to you. I have a lot of respect for that. Whereas I'm there because I know it's part of my job. Yeah, you know, I do love the gym. Like, it's part of my job, but my job I love, full stop. Like, that's the brilliant thing of being a pro wrestler. Like, every aspect of my job I love. You know. Yeah. So for me, the gym, I still love it. It's ace. The bit I'm going to love in China is getting my big brother in the gym, because obviously he's in Scotland, I live in England, so, you know, like, I can't really stay on top of him too much. Whereas at least in China, I'm going to have him getting tan like me.
Right. So
I might do some fake tan with him though, because he's very, very pale. Very pale.
Got to get him a tan. He's got to get some sun, man.
Yeah. Well, we're there over the summer, so hopefully we can get him a tan whilst we're there.
Absolutely. So I was doing some prepping for you, and I have to, and there was a couple things that I noticed, and the first thing that I noticed is that I was looking at you, and I guess one of your name or one the shirt that you was wearing, it said the Mighty Duck.
Yeah, man. Mighty Ducky.
Yeah, well, so what's the story behind that? I'm curious.
Right, yeah. This may be a bit, basically where I'm from in the UK.
Yeah.
Like a regional thing. Instead of saying, "Hey mate, how are you?" you'd say, "Hey Ducky, how are you?"
Okay.
It's just a different way of greeting someone.
Yeah.
Instead of like mate or pal or dude or bro. It'd be, "Hey Duck, how are you?" Duck or Duck. And yeah, that's pretty much how that originated. And then the T-shirt design just basically came then from, well, I say Ducky, I like the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
Combine the two together, and as well, like, then I was like, well, the Mighty Ducks. Well, I'm the Mighty Ducky. That makes sense. This T-shirt is now making complete sense.
I like it. I'm also a fan of the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, man. Mighty Ducks is such a great film. Such a great film.
Absolutely,
Right.
absolutely, totally agree, and I like that. That just stuck out to me. So I was like, I
I always like
gotta
to have
ask
a
him about that.
behind something as well, bro. So I'm glad you asked that question. To be fair.
Oh man, like I said, I was curious myself because I'm a fan of the Mighty Ducks myself, and I saw that and I was like, I have to ask him. I absolutely have to because that's just very cool. I'm not seeing anybody else. I talk to a lot of wrestlers, and I don't see anybody else doing anything like that or being referred to as that. So I was like, man,
Yeah.
this is a film here in the the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. You know what I mean? I'm from California, so to see you there in the UK rocking the Mighty Ducks, I was like, that's very, very freaking cool. So I have to ask that.
Yeah, man. Like it was weird how it came about as well because obviously, like you said, you don't hear anyone really being referred to like that as Ducky, and the way it came about was obviously all the other wrestlers. I used to be like, every time they get in the car to go to a show, I'd be like, all right, Duck, how are you? Yeah, good, Rob, how are you? You know, and that's how the fans then started to catch on to the fact that I say Ducky a lot. Do you know what I mean? So it was kind of like it was. Everything I do in wrestling, I tend to have a bit of myself and a legitimate bit of myself in my character, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
So that's what I mean. So with even with something as simple such as Ducky, that's very much a part of the real life me.
Yeah.
That I've just put into a wrestling context, so to speak.
Absolutely, and one of the biggest things I've always heard is that in order to be truly successful in your guys' business is you got to be yourself but turned up times 100. So I think that's just really cool, and you're being true to yourself, and to me that's awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, bro, that's what I was always taught when I was like training as well. Is like if you can have your character to be like you, just turned up 100. Then you're going to be on to not a winner, but you're definitely going to do okay and get by, like because that's very much a key is to have your character be much. If it's like you're going to do okay.
Oh
you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
My character is definitely me turned up times 100. I can definitely agree with that, bro. Like that is 100% my what you see in the ring is me times 100.
And that's going to take you far. I think that is going to take you very, very far. You're being true to yourself. You're being a character, man. Being a character, but it's hard being a character when you're not that character. So to hear that Robert Sharpe is being Robert Sharpe is awesome.
Like, bro, even like the simple things like my ring attire. A lot of people are like, oh, he wears pink. Like, there's actually a couple of reasons for why I wear pink.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, it's not just to go, oh, like, I'm wearing pink just to stand out, or I'm not trying to wear pink for that particular reason. I'm wearing pink for personal reasons, and those are number one. I love Bret Hart.
Oh yes, me too. Go ahead. Yep.
Number two, I've always loved pink. Like, I can show photos of me when I was in my late teens, early 20s, always wearing a pink t-shirt or a pink shirt. Right out. It was my thing. I was known for wearing pink. And the third reason and the final reason, the one that probably it 100% means the most to me, and I get a little bit emotional talking about it.
Go ahead, yeah.
Is there was a UK wrestler called Chris Travis, who passed away a few years ago from cancer, and he was one of my best friends getting into wrestling. And he always wore pink. And I always remember one bit of advice he gave me when I was training. Sorry if I'm getting emotional now.
You're fine.
The one bit of advice he gave me, because I had short hair at the time as well. There's a picture of it as well, and I post it every now and then, the comparison photo. And he said, Rob, grow your hair, go to the gym, get a tan. And I always remember those bits of advice he gave me. And every time I have a match that means something to me, I always give a nod to him every time. Yes. But he always wore pink, and I always said, and he was still wrestling when I started. And I always said to him, bro, I'm always going to wear my pink as a little nod to you. And he goes, good, just don't start stealing my shit. So I was happy with that. Do you know what I mean? But that's the reason I wear pink. Like I said to you, there's always a reason behind not just what I wear, but there's always a reason behind my character, and there's always a reason behind the stuff that I do.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And that's an awesome story. I resonate with it. You know, I came up and I actually have the pink breast cancer awareness ribbon tattooed on my neck because my mom had breast and lung cancer. She's still with us, thank God. She's still with us, but I feel that on a deep level because I too have had to deal with a loved one, a family member, a friend having to deal with cancer. So hearing you say that, man, I definitely feel that resonates with me, and that just makes me respect you. I mean, definitely I respect you as a performer, I already did, but now I respect you as a person just 10 times even more, and that's just awesome, man, to hear that. And now definitely now my listening audience understands why you wear the pink, and I love it. I think that's just a very cool nod to your friend, and that's just absolutely awesome, bro. So you were talking about your training. Can you tell the listening audience a little bit about where you trained at and where you broke out into the business?
Yeah, like I started my training at Nottingham at the House of Pain Wrestling Academy, which is run by Styx, who is the best trainer ever. But as well, he's trained some of the best as well. He's trained people like Joseph Connors, who is also one of my trainers, who's in NXT UK. Wow. So, yeah, like I started training in January 2013, and then it was around November 2013. I was going to be debuting in the December. Yeah. In the November, I tore my ACL in training in my knee. Yeah. So I had the surgery for that in the April of 2014, and then we're still going to the training school every day. Like even when I was hurt, I was still there. Like literally every day, I was still there with my leg full, like brace on and everything, just watching and taking notes. Yeah. Rehabbing my knee as quick as possible. Like I was back running after 4 weeks, which is pretty much unheard of from an ACL reconstruction. Yeah. Because I just wanted to make my debut that bad. Yeah. I managed to get back in the ring training by August time, so a few months after. And then just as I was getting ready to be on a show for debuting in December of that year, 2014, I can remember I was managing on a show, because that's how Styx used to get us used to being in front of a crowd. He used to either get you being a manager or something like that, especially if you were injured still, just to get you used to being in front of a crowd. And I can remember I was managing, and I'd also done the ring that day, i.e. setting it up, picking it up from the school and stuff. And I had a really bad stomachache. Did the show and everything, went home, took the ring back. Still had this stomachache, so I thought I'd better go to the hospital, get this checked. Turns out it was my appendix. Oh, wow. Was rumbling. That night I had my appendix taken out, so that then delayed me again for my debut. But luckily it didn't delay me too much. It only delayed me by a few weeks, because it only takes about 6 weeks to recover from an appendix surgery. Yeah. So December 2014, I eventually made my debut 2 days after Christmas. So a total of 2 years training, but a lot of injuries in the middle. Yeah. So,
but you've come really far since then, man. You've come really far since then. I mean, I'm looking at what you've done here. I mean, you're the frontline openweight Euro champion, former IPW tag team champion, Z-Force champion, but of course all respectable championships. But the one thing that I want to ask about, because once again, like I said, I was researching you, Robert. You've actually stepped in the ring with the King of Dong Style, Joey Ryan, and you are a one-time Iron Man DDT Pro heavy metalweight champion. What was it like being in the ring with Joey Ryan and Tommy Dreamer?
It was definitely one of the most surreal experiences, to be honest. Being in there with Joey was super easy, super fun. Yeah. Like, I mean, I've worked with him since then as a tag team as well. Yeah. Which was pretty cool. But I mean, yeah, that moment was just the finish of that match was very surreal. Yeah. Like pinning on Dreamer, you know, having my Shawn Michaels moment on the floor with that championship. Yeah. And then put a bloody lollipop in my mouth and Joey super kicked me with it was very surreal, but it was ace, and that's why I love wrestling. like, because of moments like that. Like, if you'd have told me that when I was training or something, I'd have been like, yeah, whatever. I don't know if I'll get to that level, kind of thing. And then to do it, nearly 2-3 years in, I was like, man, this is happening really quickly.
Yeah.
It'd be really quick. But this is really cool. Just make the most of it and just keep working hard. That's all I kept thinking as well. So, but yeah, like Joey's ace and Tommy was really ace as well. Really nice and really helpful. So it was really cool.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So is that something that you? I'm not sure. I'm not sure where you're at on that, but is that something that you like to, maybe lightly brag about, to say that you're a one-time Ironman heavy metalweight champion? Is that something that you like to brag about?
Yeah. Definitely. It's always fun to see, like, with some of the other workers, who else has won it between. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Have you won it before? Oh, right. Okay. Cool. So yeah, it's always fun. It's a fun belt. So I like it. It's a cool concept as well. I liked it.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I mean, you holding that title. I mean, it doesn't matter how long it was. The fact is, you held it. So let me ask you. Let me ask you this: with you being a one-time Ironman heavy metalweight champion, how do you feel about the WWE's 24/7 championship?
Absolutely love it.
Yes.
Because one of the main people who is currently chasing after it, so to speak, is my good friend Drake Maverick.
Yes, he's the current champion now.
Oh my God, he won it now?
He won it.
Oh, amazing! Because I've only been really following him on his Instagram, and he's just been having me in stitches. But
yes.
Before he got signed, he was with me all the time because he lives local to me.
Yeah,
and he's always been there as a help and a mentor. So seeing him going after it with R-Truth was just the best, because that's him. That is what he does best, and I'm glad that WWE have finally seen that he can do that really well, and it be entertaining. He's an entertainer, and I think that's what that belt is going to bring to WWE. That it's a bit of different entertainment, Yes. It's something completely for their model of what they do. It's something completely different, The last time we saw something like that was the hardcore belt years ago.
Yes.
But it wasn't so much, with the same concept as it is now, It's good. I like it.
I dig it too, man. I think it, and this is what I like to tell everybody, because a lot of the fans who listen to this show, I mean, I hate to use the term, especially with we're talking to a worker, but so smart.
Worker,
Yeah. So they're so smarky, man, and it's like, oh well, it's stupid, it's this, it's that. It's like, no, like they presented it, the way they presented it is to be fun and to be spontaneous and to be entertaining. So when I set my expectations to that is what it's supposed to be, I stopped taking it so seriously and enjoyed it for what it is. You know what I mean, Robert?
Yeah, and I think that's what people should be like more often, man, with like wrestling in general. Just take it for what it is.
Yeah.
I think as well with that title, I think it's very relevant with the social media age, because R was cutting his little promos on social media and stuff, and I think fair play to WWE, they've caught on to the fact they need us I guess you could call it, if you were going to call it anything, it'd be the social media championship. You know what I mean?
Love it.
That's basically what it is. It's basically get yourselves over on social media, and if you do, we'll give you some TV time. There you go. And that's to really see who's popular and who isn't. Because then it's all organic. The stuff that Drake's been doing has all been organic from his Instagram, Twitter. And then, the people in the office will see that and go, well, look at all that buzz he's created on his own. Imagine what buzz we can create with him with our massive machine behind him.
Yes, absolutely.
And it also shows to the WWE office who's relevant with the fans that are watching the product.
Facts. Big facts. Big facts. I can tell, Robert, that you have your finger on the pulse, man. You have your finger on the pulse, and with the combination of your in-ring ability, I mean, just looking at the match you did with Joey Ryan, you're good in the ring. I really like your selling ability. You sell really well in my eyes, and you have your finger on the pulse. You know what I feel like you know what the fans want. You're gonna be a huge freaking star, dude. I just know it, and no matter where I'm at, when I get a chance to see you on hopefully TNT, who knows, maybe even USA Network or Fox. When I see that happen one day, I'm going to be like, yes, fuck yeah, he's there. I'm going to be so excited, like, just to see how far you've come.
If I'm there and I am on TNT, I'll try and get you a comp ticket. There you go, bro.
My man.
I'll always remember this, bro. Don't worry.
Oh, man, thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much.
That is a guarantee, and if not, you can call me out on Twitter and everything for it if it happens, bro. I guarantee that.
Bro, just seeing you make it is enough joy for me, and I mean that honestly and sincerely. Just because I love what you guys do, I love where your head is at. I mean, just you're about to go to China, you're about to kill it in China. OWE is hot right now. They have a fantastic working relationship with AEW, and that brings me to my final question for you, Robert Sharpe. Once again, as I've said before, we're about to hit a wrestling renaissance in 2019, 2020, moving forward into the future. It's about to be absolutely incredible, and all of us fans and workers alike, we're all going to benefit from it. The fans are going to benefit from it because now we have an alternative to watch on weekly episodic television. You guys are going to benefit from it because that gives you guys a whole other place to make money, to make a living, to be able to do your guys' craft and do well financially doing it. So with that being said, Robert Sharpe, you going to OWE and the relationship that they have with AEW, what do you expect from the new hot promotion, AEW, All Elite Wrestling?
What do I expect from them?
Yes, moving into the future.
I expect big things. Like, I watched their pay-per-view, and it had me hooked. Yeah. Like, and for me to buy a pay-per-view, bro, like, nowadays says a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got the network and stuff, but like, to buy a pay-per-view, I'm like, okay, I'm going to give this a go, because at the end of the day, I wanted to support my friends. Like, at the end of the day, there's two of my friends in AEW. There's Jimmy there, and there's Kip there. Two guys that both wrestled, you know what I mean? And two guys I love to bits. Do you know what I mean? So I wanted to support them and see how they were doing. Yeah. And like I said to you earlier, bro, like, the whole pay-per-view was stacked throughout, doing different things really well. Like, you know, the tag match was done really well. The six-man was done really, you know, everything was done really, really well. And, you know, you had the selling match. So with the TV deal going forward, it's only going to be good. Like, this can only be a good thing. And, you know, I've seen what they can do in that pay-per-view. And, yeah, it's going to be hard, you know, doing it on a weekly basis. But they seem to have all the tools there to do that. And, you know, partnering up with OWE, like, you know, that's a massive, massive market in China. That's the, you know, that is going to be the hotbed, the next hotbed for wrestling. Like, it really. So to have that partnership, they're already creating partnerships everywhere. That's clever business.
Oh yeah,
that's very clever business. And you know, if you've got that good business head going on your shoulders already, going forward, that's only going to mean good things, like really good things. And it's going to be competition for WWE. Real competition for WWE.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just because of the reach they're going to have in America, then obviously with OWE in China, that's a place that WWE could not crack.
Yeah.
They could not crack China, and AEW have technically cracked it already by signing with OWE.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
That shows to me clever business, and if you're clever at business, then you're going to do well in wrestling.
Oh. Yeah. You have to be able to make deals. You have to be able to shake the right hands and like you said, clever business. I couldn't agree more. And it really seems like that Cody and the Bucks and of course Tony Khan, of course, with what he's bankrolling the whole thing. Exactly. It seems like these guys get business, and you get guys like the Bucks and Cody Rhodes that I feel like, such as yourself, have their finger on the pulse of modern day professional wrestling.
Con, that's the key, bro. Like, is that they've adapted with the times.
Yeah.
You know, you can't say that wrestling should be like this or wrestling should be like that. You should just go with what wrestling is at the time. Yes. And that seems to me what Cody and the Bucks and Kenny, and Tony, they seem to have nailed that on the head. They're not trying to say wrestling is this or wrestling is that. They're just going with what wrestling is.
Yes.
Right now. And it's down, you just follow you just keep going and developing with how wrestling is developing.
Yes.
You don't look in the ways, which is what WWE seems to have happened. Like, they always need a kick up the ass.
Yeah.
But they never just do something. They never just react. They never. Is react the right word there?
I think it is.
Yeah, like they have to have a kick up the arse for them to do something. They can't just do something anyway.
Yep.
That's how it seems, like they might not but that's how it seems to me. But AEW just seems to get things done. They do things. They're just catering to how wrestling is right now, and that's how it should be. And that is going to be, I think, a very unique selling point for them going against the WWE going forward.
I agree. I think one of the things with WWE is it's too many cooks in the kitchen, and I think that with AEW, there's just the right amount of cooks in the kitchen to be able to be. Even small things like now known as the Dark Order, formerly known as the Super Smash Brothers, when they came out to at the end of the Best Friends Angelico Jack Evans match, people were chanting, "Who are you? Who are you?" Well, they referenced that in their last promo when they introduced themselves as the Dark Order and signed a multi-year contract with AEW. They referenced the crowd saying, "Who are you?" That's what you have to do. You have to let the crowd know, we hear you. We hear you.
We hear you. That is the key to being a good performer. We hear you. If we don't and we just go in there and do what we want to do, well, that might not work.
There has to be a connection.
Yeah, you need to make that connection. If they're not, if fans aren't connected with you, then you're not going to be doing anything. You're just literally wasting your time. You need to have that emotional investment and connection with the fans.
Absolutely. And just seeing what I've seen from you, I can tell in my heart and my soul, I can tell that you get that. I can tell that you are going to do that, and I can tell that you are going to be a big star, not just in the UK, not just in China, but around the globe. Everybody out here, the 14 different countries across these great United States and locally right here in Indiana, I am telling you right now, look out for Luke King Sharpe. Look out for Robert Sharpe, because they are coming and they are going to take the wrestling world by storm. Robert, I have to say this. Thank you so much for coming on, and I love to give my guest a platform to plug their social medias, their appearances, and anything else out of respect. So out of respect for you, Robert Sharpe, this is your time. This is your platform to plug away, bro.
Thanks, bro. If people want to follow me on Twitter, it's at the Robert Sharpe. My Instagram is at the Robert Sharpe, and my Facebook is the Robert Sharpe. So pretty easy to find on all social media platforms. Yeah. And if you would like to buy any of my merchandise, you can head on over to robertsharpe.bigcartel.com.
That is excellent, guys. Go follow Robert Sharpe if you want to see the future of this industry all around the globe. He is about to blow up. His brother is about to blow up, and they're going to take the tag team division by storm. And that seems to go hand in hand with AEW, who Tony Khan has already said that the tag team division is going to be a focal point. So I see a lot of big things from the brothers Sharpe. Robert, thank you so much for coming on my show. You honor me by coming on and talking about your career, bro. Thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you for having me on, bro. Really appreciate it. And thank you to all the listeners for listening to me as well. Thank you.
Absolutely. Guys, this was another great episode. Thank you to my guest, Robert Sharpe, for coming on. Best of luck to him in OWE, and he's gonna kill it with his brother, Luke King Sharpe. Hey, let me let you guys know where you guys can listen to this at. You guys can listen to this at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. Hey, you don't have an Apple device? That's all right. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, we can get to you. So, guys, check us out. October 5th, Heroes and Legends 13, Fort Wayne, Indiana. We are the official podcast of Heroes and Legends 13. And if you can't be there, we really hope that you can be there. But if you can't, check it out on Fight TV with your boy Khan on commentary with Jason Saint. It's going to be incredible. Check us out, www.prowrestlingtees.com/inyourhouse. Go buy a freaking shirt. What are you doing? Guys, we tell you this all the time. Hop on this bandwagon. Get on. Or get gone. Because the household, well, we going mighty strong. You guys have a great day. And a great rest of your week. Peace.